Good evening, friends. Welcome back to yet another session of Thinking and Destiny. We are going in a very good flow of learning Patanjali Yoga Sutra, and let us see what is stored in today. Before we go further to the session, let us meditate on the consciousness of Percival for a few minutes, so that let us connect to his wisdom and let the wisdom flow through every one of us. Please sit in a meditative posture, cross your legs, clasp your hands, and close your eyes. Please observe your soft, tranquil breath. While taking the breath, which is vital energy, into our body, we are perceiving so many things outside the world and breathing in. Let us be mindful of our breathing. Breathe in all positive vibrations, and breathe out all low emotional vibrations you have stored in your body. Focus on our breathing. How we are perceiving world through our senses and breathing in all those emotions. Breathe out all negative emotions you have. As Percival is mentioning, let us all meditate. What is the purpose of our life? Ask that Supreme Intelligence why you came to this Earth planet. What way you can serve others in this society. Keep asking the same thing in everyday meditation. Things will change and we all will be directed to do our purpose. Everyone will learn or feel that aha moment when you find out your purpose. Okay. Please rub your hands and place on your eyes for a few seconds and open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. Before we go further, let's recap the last session. Over to you, Sarishigara.
Just a minute. Okay. Thank you, Prasanna garu, for your short meditation. Good evening, friends. So, Prasanna has explained in the last episode about the desire of liberation. What I understood that Percival has explained us the knower and thinker of the triune self are always free. The desire for liberation has temporarily become master of all the other desires. With suppressed desire, you might get temporary liberation, but it does not raise its AIA. Without self knowledge, you cannot liberate it. When you understand the self knowledge, what you are, the purpose of life, then only you can increase your consciousness and do all your services purposefully. When you complete your purpose of life, then you will get liberation automatically. And also define the inner meaning of these terms of Brahma, Brahman, Parabrahman, Purusha, Mula Prakriti, Purusha Prakriti, Ishvara, Evoyam, Sat, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, Atma, Atman, Jivatma, Mahat, Manas, Ahankara, Antakarana, Chitta, Chit, Chitti, Chittakasa, Vritti, Samskaras, Jagrita, Swapna, Shushupti, Turiya, Ananda, Maya, and Karma. Today, Prasanna Madam is going to explain the secret of sounding AOM. Thank you, Prasanna Garu. Over to you.
Thank you, Suresh Garu. Yeah, we learned like how we can find out the purpose and why actually we came out of that supreme intelligence and we are serving. That is what we learned. And today we learn about the secret sound. The secret sound. If we meditate or if we actually pronounce that secret sound with us, what way or with what perception or with what things that we keeping in our mind, we have to we have to what do you say? We have to spell that sound, right? So that we will learn. Before, here he is touching in this part today. He is touching the Samkhya concepts of Bhagavad Gita, right? Samkhya concept is Prakriti and Purusha. Okay. So we say that we are all the one. In the Sankhya concepts, we say that you are separate from the divine source or whatever. You are separate kind of thing. So that it's a kind of a duality. They'll tell you. So that is the concept that he is insisting here, or he is explaining here. So Prakriti and Purusha. So how you are different from that Mula Prakriti or Mula Purusha, and when you can become. He is not saying totally you are totally different, but you came out of that particular thing and you are separate at this moment, and you need to evolve and before we go, right? So that's a concept that he is giving it. So let me share my screen with slides. It's a big drawing that I just brought up to you. Here, if you see, right, Parama Purusha, the starting is the Parama Purusha. You may call it as Supreme Intelligence, or you may call it as Paramatma, or whatever the name, right? So from that is actually the source. From that source, it came to the Purusha and Prakriti. Here, Purusha means it's not the male. It is a Purusha means it is you and me. Everybody is that Purusha. Prakriti is the one that is actually manifesting the entire world, right? So it could be the plants and it could be our house, everything that is the thing is the Prakriti. So these two are coming. These two are from where it is coming. Actually, these two are coming as a Mahattara, Buddhi, or a cosmic intelligence. From this Ahankara, that ego will start. Okay, ego will come. Ego or the perception of the self is starting from here. Okay, here all these gunas like Sattva Guna, your Manas, your Tamas, and Rajo Guna, all these gunas are actually, it is happening here. So if you come down, it's a causal body. So Anandamaya Kosha, these are actually talking about this Anandamaya Kosha and Vijnanamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, and here it is the physical body, that is Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, and all this. This is the last one is the gross body. And here this body, Manomaya Kosha and Vijnanamaya Kosha, is a subtle body. Okay. So these are tanmatras, are your sound, touch, all those things are these tanmatras. Taste and order and the form is the tanmatras. So this is the ego and perception. Here, did Percival told all these things? He did not mention all these things as is like this kosha and all, but he mentioned this prakriti and purusha and ahankara, whatever the definitions that we learned last class, right? So that can be equated. Why I brought up this particular figure is we all know that we have the 7 bodies, and we all have these 5 koshas, all the things we know Kagnanendriyas, we know Sattva-rajas, Tamo gunas. So how these are related, this prakriti and purusha? Because now he is bringing up the concept of prakriti and purusha, how this prakriti and purusha, these are all related, right? That's how I just brought up this figure. Okay, a bit more Prakriti Purusha according to the Sankhya concepts. Reiterating the Prakriti evokes the back to Purusha. Prakriti, Mahabuddhi, Ahankara, the same thing. Mind, Rajas, subtle elements and gross elements. The gross elements are like our Panchabhutas, and mind, the cognitive senses, Gnanendriyas and Karmendriyas. Speaking, holding, moving, processing, eliminating, these are all the Karmendriyas. So all this goes to the Prakriti, and Prakriti is coming from that Purusha. So ultimately, if you see, there is only one, that is the universal thing, that is a Mola Prakriti. That is the one which comes out of it. So the nature is coming out of that Mola Prakriti. So it is there previously, which is Avyaktam. And now it is coming out as an Vyaktam in the form of the 4 worlds, whatever the 4 worlds that we are talking, right? So Prakriti here, it is a individual. Suppose if you take a human body is a Prakriti, and the consciousness within is the Purusha. Consciousness within you is the Purusha, but the body, like your Gnanendriyas, your Karmendriyas, and your whatever the Panchabhutas that your body is made up of, this is all Prakriti. Whenever we thought of it, or whenever it was coming from that Mula Prakriti, and it became Vyaktam. That's how it is. So this Prakriti is all these Gnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, and the gross body is coming in the Prakriti, but your consciousness is coming from Purusha. Prakriti and Purusha is if you see Prakriti and Prakriti, the universal is a nature, that the 4 worlds. It comes from the Mola Prakriti, which is inertia, Avyaktam, are the Pradhanas, the earth sphere. So in the beginning, the earth sphere, whatever it comes is the Prakriti. It came from that Mola Prakriti, which is whatever it became expanded. Suppose if you take, I'll give you a small example, a simple example that you understand. So when we are as the kids, if we want to see television, we used to have this big a dabba kind of TV. We used to have the big box kind of TV, right, in those days. So that TV we used to see. So that is the one which was Vyaktam. So that time is the LED TVs are not there, it is there, but they are not. They did not become Vyaktam. So when did they become Vyaktam? When that consciousness, one particular consciousness, one of the consciousness thought about it. So why we have to have these big TVs? Why can't we have a small, simple, sleek TVs? Why can't we have the TVs like a calendar? Why can't we? So these are all the things that people started thinking. Whenever they started thinking, that intelligence become Vyaktam. So whatever the intelligence which is already there, that became Vyaktam. Similarly, all this world is there in the earth. So from that Mola Prakriti, it is there. So when it started Vyaktam, whenever we started thinking, this consciousness started thinking that we want to have this thought power, whatever that thought power that human being or the consciousness is having, with that thought power, everything became Vyaktam. And so everything is coming, that everything included, all these things are coming as a Prakriti. Purusha is the triune self, right? 3-fold aspects of the triune self, Purusha. That is parts of your breaths and atmosphere, all the things, the Purusha is there. So, but mainly the knower and thinker, if you see, right, knower and thinker is not mostly, it is totally the Purusha side, totally the consciousness side. Whereas doer portion, if you take, which is mingling with the Prakriti, because doer portion is mingling with the Prakriti. So we are the body. That's why we are thinking it is the body. We are connected with the Prakriti. The doer portion is connected with the Prakriti. That's why you are thinking that you are the body. You are not the body. You are not the totally Prakriti. The consciousness is what you are, but the consciousness is mingling with Prakriti. That is why you are thinking that you are Prakriti, but you are not. You are the consciousness. Okay, here coming to the Purusha. Purusha is what? He is saying Purusha was He's talking about Trimurti here. Trimurti, who are there? Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, right? Purusha performs the functions. Why? What Brahma will do? Brahma creates. Vishnu maintains. Shiva destroys. That's what we know, right? So here, how a Purusha can be defined as a Trimurti. That we will see. Purusha performs the functions that are reflected as Trimurti. Prakriti is periodically created, preserved, and destroyed by Brahma, active, Vishnu, and Shiva. These are the names of the doer, thinker, and knower. Acting in the nature, they create, preserve, destroy the universal individual Prakriti. Same thing if I take the same TV example. So when I first bought it, so I got a portable TV with that big dabba kind of thing, the box kind of thing, right? I got that portable TV. So because that is the one the Prakriti, Purusha or the consciousness has invented. So when they invented, I bought it and I'm just using it and doing it. So when the same Purusha or same consciousness has invented the LED TVs, then do you keep that same TV, that same box, the big box TV at your home? You will not keep it, right? You are replacing that big box TV with the LED TV. So whenever you are creating that LED, who has created this LED TV? This consciousness, the same Purusha is the one who is creating. Who is taking away this old TV and destroying it? The same Purusha. Who created that particular TV? The same Purusha. Do you understand here? You are that Brahma, because the same Purusha, the same consciousness is created a TV as a Brahman. The same consciousness, the Purusha's consciousness is maintaining. He bought the new TV and is maintaining at his home as a Vishnu. And the same consciousness, he took away the old TV as a destroyer, that Shiva. So the consciousness, the Purusha, he is a doer, he is a thinker, he is a knower. Similarly, he is the one who is creating, he is the one who is maintaining, he is the one who is destroying. So he is preserving, creating, preserving, and destroying. That all the three things are done by these things, by doer, thinker, and knower. So when you are the knower portion is acting when you are actually inventing, creating. When you are maintaining, your thinker portion is activating, and when you are destroying, your doer portion is activating. So so when you are actually creating something, so you are this Prakriti, whatever this Purusha is creating this Prakriti. So this TV is the part of the Prakriti only, right? Because TV is nothing but it's in the Vyaktam part of it. It is previously it is there, but now it got Vyaktam. Through whom it got Vyaktam? Through Purusha. The individual Prakriti of the human body is created, preserved, destroyed. The doer alone as a Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. So the doer, he himself, has not only created the TV, he also created the one more person. He created as a creator, as a Brahma. He is maintaining. Suppose being a mother, I gave a birth to two kids. As a Brahma, I am raising those two kids as a Vishnu. I'm rising, destroying. Maybe they may be destroyed because when I passed away, they may do it because in their consciousness, they may do it. That is the destroying. Or I may say that you are no more kids, go away and you do your creation. So I'm not maintaining anymore. So here I'm just doing that Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar, that Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. All the three activities I'm doing in the form of in this form, that Purusha form, which I had the consciousness. The Purusha means it's nothing but the consciousness within you. As a human being, if you take, you are the Purusha, you are the consciousness, and your body is Vyaktam part of your Prakriti. So you have that Gyanendriyas, you have that Karmendriyas, and you have that Panchabhutas, because your body is made up of Panchabhutas. That is how you called as Trimurti. You are the triune self, you are the Trimurti. I'm just give you a pause here if there is any doubt, because every concept is very interesting in this chapter, and I just want you to understand each and everything. Any question in this, or is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Actually, you're saying that it's a consciousness is the Purusha. So through that Purusha, through that consciousness, it's a Vyaktam is a Prakriti. So
Yes.
it's a
everything is Prakriti. Yeah.
Prakriti. That Prakriti is it's an individual Prakriti, means it's creating it's creator. Again, it's in three
Prakriti, there is no individual. Prakriti, entire thing is Prakriti only. Individual consciousness is there.
individual
Because
concept.
you are creating something, I am creating something, right?
But your
Sirisha,
slide
as a one,
showing
you are conscious.
individual Prakriti is written. That's what as a human body. Yeah, it's a
No, human body is individual Prakriti. Human
individual.
body, if you take, right? If you
Yeah,
take human body, that is an individual, because from the Prakriti you are taking, but with the conscious, because when your consciousness is added, then you are saying it is a individual Prakriti. Suppose if I say all the plants or all the things, everything is the Prakriti only. Everything is the rectum part of it. But
rectum.
when consciousness is added, right? Because for the human being, the consciousness from the supreme intelligence, we also got the consciousness. So when the consciousness is added to the Prakriti, then it will become the individual Prakriti or individual Purusha. Okay.
Yes.
So that is how, means you are the Brahma, you are the Aham Brahmasmi. So how actually, right? He is beautifully is bringing up. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva are the nature gods, because they are not actually something, they are nature gods. Brahma means creation is a Brahma, maintaining is a Vishnu, destroying is a Shiva. Okay. And acted upon the tribes. Brahma is the form world, Vishnu is the life world, and Shiva is the light world. Destroying in the sense where it is getting destroyed, it is going to the light world. You are going to the intelligent world. So that is the Shiva is the light world. They are the gods, the creator, preserver, and destroyer of the physical world of time, kept going individual Prakriti and human body. Means individual Prakriti here, as she's asking, so it is as a it means individual Prakriti in the human body. When the body is perfected, so to be complete triune set, the individual Prakriti is permanent. So when the body became so perfected, perfect body, sexless, perfect body, when you balanced that both the things, then your feelings, your all the things, when you have got balance, you have a perfect body. So that is Prakriti that Prakriti is a permanent and separate. Is it the same as that supreme intelligence? No, it is separate thing. It has got its own intelligence, because it has a realized perfect triune self here. Okay. The Purusha as a doer, thinker, and knower becomes Brahma. So in that case, because when you get the perfect thing, then the Purusha in that doer, thinker, knower thing, when realizing, that is a Brahma by the power of the word. So Brahma, how the Brahma comes here, he is saying Brahma. How it comes is the word AOM. Om. AOM. A is an active Brahma. When you got together A and O, got together, that is the Vishnu. M, when you are joined M, that is the Shiva. AOM is representing that Shiva. So instead of, then AOM is thus made up of the three Purushas acting the creator, preserver, and destroyer, and breathed by the intelligence. Because breathed by the intelligence, these three are breathed by intelligence. That intelligence name is the BR, Brahm. So here it is the BROM. If you say that BRAOM is called the Brahma. So here O is replaced with the H, we can say. H is substituted for U, AUM, right? Because though we are saying Om, AOM, but it is AUM. Okay. AUM, that U is also replaced by H when you are connecting it as a Brahma. This is the great teaching translated triune self intelligence. This is actually the great teaching. That's what he's saying. That Brahma who is creating, who is maintaining, who is destroying everything, that Brahma is the triune self. That is the triune self of intelligence. But is this intelligence is same as supreme intelligence, supreme Paramatma? No. This is only that, you can say, the intelligence which is the Brahman, freed by the triune self. So the intelligence, which is the Brahman, that has to be freed by this triune self, is knower, thinker, doer. That also gets separated. Then it will become Parabrahman. So there is no portion of this knower, thinker. Then only the pure intelligence will be there. Then becomes a Parabrahman. And intelligence united with the supreme intelligence is a Parabrahman. The supreme intelligence is the Parabrahman. That's what he's saying. AOM is the word of triune self, of the intelligence, of the supreme intelligence. It is the word by only One knows the meaning and able to think it, sense it, breathe it. Merely sounding or singing it amounts little. It expresses what the one is. It shows the nature, functions, relations of that one. It is the one. So it is the one. The sound, what he is saying is because the Om is a, we know it is a cosmic vibration. It is the beginning vibration on all the things, right? So just by without knowing that, if you say that, if you close your eyes and if you say Om, then he is saying it is just the sound. Even then it has an effect. It is not that he is not ruling out the completely, because Om is that kind of cosmic vibration. It has an effect. But if you know it, because whenever you are saying that Om, right? So is representing creation. O is representing your maintenance, or and M is representing that light world, Shiva. So if you are actually thinking, when you are actually doing that Om, so if you can think of these things, that's why he's saying that breathe it, sense it, think it, then you will be able to breathe the entire thing, because you will be able to understand what exactly it is. A is a feeling and desire. O is the rightness and reasoning. M is I-ness and selfness. According to our triune self and according to our perceivable language, A is the feeling and desire, active part. O is the right thinker part, rightness and reasoning. M is the I-ness, that is a I-ness and a selfness. Who is that self? AOM shows the relations of the three to each other. The sound is the expression of triune self as it three beings when it has called them into the being. All the three beings when it called them as a being. A triune self has no sound. Similarly, that intelligence, the triune self has no sound. But these are that AOM begins with the sound. A, the doer. A and U together. A and U together becomes O, which is the thinker. And A, U, O and M together is the knower. The word which one thinks, the senses and breathes, it puts into the communication of the one, its own triune self. So whenever you are actually chanting that Om, so you are actually connecting, you are trying to connect to your own triune self. You are trying to connect to your own knower portion of the triune self. Why we have to call the triune self? Because with the Om sound, we are calling our triune self. Why? What does he wants to say to the thinker, to say his thinker and knower? What this triune self want to say to his thinker and knower? Why does he wants the thinker and knower to say to him? When he called it, when he called it by a secret name, that is what the secret name is. I-O-M. A-O-A-U-M is the secret name. We are calling the triune self. Triune self remains secret until he knew the meaning. Just like that, if you call Om, he will not come. He will remain secret until you know the meaning of it. Until you sense the meaning of it and breathe the meaning of it, it will remain silent. Why does he call on the triune self, and what does he want from it? He does not know the word. He does not know that word has a very little effect if you don't know the meaning. If you know the meaning and if you call, that has a lot of effect. That has a lot of, usually, when you are actually, that's what my experience, personal experience, when you chant and Om, and if you start breathing, because even that Om, not just like that, you have to focus with the breathing. And when you are chanting, at one point, with that high vibrations that your body is vibrating with the Om chanting, you will not, because the thoughtless state or whatever that state, right, that perfect meditative state that you want to go, you will automatically go. You will not, means at one point you will not even focus on your breath, or you will not be able to chant also. At one point you will stop it and you will go to the thoughtless state. That's how that much powerful the Om when you are chanting it. Because this is somehow, because I'm also practicing this, I can I had that personal experience with that. I am Om. So here coming to the I am Om. I am Om is I am Brahma. Om is I am Brahma. This is what our Mahavakya says. I am Brahma. The fact that the people do use the word is evidence that there is a secret. an unknown desire which urges them. I am Brahman, I am Brahman. That means that's a secret word that you're using for yourself, because there's an urge within you. You wanted to know that, right? So the triune self want to say something to you, and you want to ask that triune self. That's how that urge, whenever you are sounding that, it will begin. This desire for the beginning of A, and it seeks to know, it seeks union with the thinker and knower of its triune self that do know. It seeks union with the thinker and knower of its triune self that do know. Okay, it is seeking that the portion of the doer is seeking the union with the doer and thinker and the knower when you are chanting it. When you are chanting Om, sound of this word is therefore a secret in the doer. One must be ready to crack the secret. He must be made himself ready. He make himself ready of thinking. So when you are ready of thinking, then when you are making this sound, then you are able to understand, you are able to merge with the thinker, merge with that knower. The sounding of AOM relates the doer with the thinker and the knower. That sound itself, that sound vibration itself, he is linking this doer with the knower and the thinker and the knower. To remain in the body and to have the doer manifest in the body should be included in the sound. That's what he's saying. The Om, in some of the schools, they say, when you actually listen to your own body, when you can be silent, calm, if you can go inside, the body is a complex, very complex mechanism, right? This complex mechanism is also making that cosmic sound, Om. IOM, that is the one that it is making. If you listen, if you are ready to listen, right, you can actually, in order to maintain your body, that sound should be there. That sound is already within you. Only thing is with our indriyas or with our senses, we are busy in perceiving the world. We are not at all busy, or we are not at all going inside and getting what exactly that is there. So what he's saying is, if you are living means, if you are living in the body, if your body is getting manifested means that sound is within you. The secret letter, the word Prakriti is I. The secret letter of the individual Prakriti is I. That is what I. Human beings are far advanced to say I am. That means I am Om, right? So I am Brahma. That is what far advanced means. Far advanced spiritually, they will say that I am. I means I am. I-A-O-M means Om. That is that cosmic vibration. Here, I is representing a geometrical symbol of the upright body, because only the human being is having the upright body. I is representing the geometrical symbol. And A is the creative beginning of that word. A is beginning of that word. And O is the continuation of the art rounding about. And M is the fullness, completeness. M is the fullness or a completeness of the word, resolved itself. M is resolving itself if you are actually doing it. M is the point within the fullness of its circle, fullness of its circle. M is the point, that is the point. The doer in the human is the light of intelligence. Here, the doer portion is having that light of intelligence. He is not that simply the doer. He is the God. He is from that. So the doer is having that light of intelligence. That light of intelligence, the doer portion is having that Atma, which is the Atman. So that is within the triune self. In nature as Jivas, because in the nature we call it as Jivatma, because as a part of the Jiva it came, have come through the doer. The doer is a Jivatma. That from Paramatma it came as a doer, as portion as a Jivatma or a Jiva doer. Traces that there are the teachings concerning intelligence may be seen in the reference that everything is beyond the triune self as being Parabrahman, Paramatma, stand of intelligence, Paravidya, in the knowledge between the triune self, and that knowledge is the intelligence in the spheres, as distinguished from the knowledge of triune self in the world. So these are the traces of these teachings, because this fellow came from that intelligence only. The traces are there that. So to know that the triune self knowledge, to know that intelligence, to know that Paramatma. Everything that has passed into the nature is made by, everything that is passed into the nature are made by Manas, your Manas, Ahankara, Chitta, all with these things, That is the doer through thinking and thoughts. So the doer person through his thinking and his thoughts, because as I told you the previous example of TV, initially the TV was also come from that chitta and it was manifested. And then seeing that TV, one more idea came. So one more thing manifested. Then the phone come, the mobile phone came. Then in the mobile phone, so how we can see the the person over there. So with the invention of that internet, all these things came into the existence, and they just became victim through the prakriti. The last is the teaching. Here is saying, so with all these things, with all this, so much of the knowledge that we started the prakriti, so we lost so many things. Here is saying, the last is the teaching that there is an intelligence, which is the triune self, receives the light of light by which they think. When you think, you can receive the light. There is a light of intelligence is there within you. When you are thinking about it, you can able to receive that light. You forget that. Last also teaching that there are the spheres, which is Brahma, the intelligence, that worlds, which is the Purusha, complete triune selves. And that different from these are the human world of time, which is the Manvantaras, are the pralayas for the re-existing of the doers throughout their series of lives. Because of this manvantras, or because so much pralayas had happened, so we forgot all this knowledge and we are re-existing. We are re-existing without knowing or without forgetting that all that great knowledge. Last is the teaching that human is representative of intelligent side and the nature side of the universe. We forget that we came from that Parabrahma. We come from that Paramatma only. So we are just that Paramatma separated with the triune self, separate, combined with the nature, then we are became. So we are from that. That also, that teaching was lost. We are thinking God means, if you say that God or Parabrahma, okay, just put it in a picture and then put it in one garland and then say Namaste. That's how we became, because we lost all the knowledge. Bhagavad Gita teaches this. Here he is saying beautifully, what is Bhagavad Gita? What is Kurukshetra, right? He's actually saying, because we are saying this Kurukshetra is a separate kind of like, it's a thing, but he mentioned like how the Kurukshetra of our body, how he actually compared that, how the Kurukshetra is there within our body, what are the Kurus and what are the Pandavas, and all those things he was explained. Bhagavad Gita teaches this. Kurus are the desires as a whole. Kurus as the desires as a whole. In that desires also, we have the good desires and we have the bad desires, right? So which was divided into the two branches again. The Kurus, who are the sensuous, selfish desires and bodily things, are the Kauravas. And the Pandavas, whose desires for the knowledge and the triune self. So we have those two desires within our body. So we have the Kurus, which are that want to possess so many things and all the other things. Those are the Kurus. And we have the Pandava side, who want to have that self-knowledge, who wanted to go to the thinker portion, go to the knower portion, and want to know the triune self. And Dhritarashtra is the body. Dhritarashtra is a body, and his generals are our senses. His four generals are our senses. Arjuna, the Pandava's prince, represents the desire of the self-knowledge, where the Kuru represents the sexual desire. Here, so Arjuna is representing the desire for the self-knowledge, and the Kuru representing the sexual desire. Hastinapura is the heart, the seat of the government. The heart, the seat of the government, where the lower desires rule. In case where the human being, in the case with the run the human being. Suppose because Hastinapura is nothing but our heart, or the seat of the government. So what desires actually our heart is ruling? We have both the desires. We know that whenever you come for any meditation session or any guru or anything, that you know that you are not just the body, and you have that kind of supreme intelligence. But as soon as you come back, and okay, again the kids, again the normal routine life you are going. So which means that you have that seat of intelligence, that your heart is ruled by the lower intelligence or lower desires. That is why you are going with the whatever that you are perceiving with the eyes, and with all these worldly things you are going up. Arjuna, who is determined to regain control over the body, to have the knowledge of the triune self, is the light of intelligence. So who is that Arjuna? If you determine that you wanted to know that light of intelligence, you wanted to understand, you wanted to go for as a triune self, that is the Arjuna. Krishna, who is Krishna in this in your body? Krishna is your thinker. Krishna is the thinker. Who thinks? Krishna is a thinker with the light of intelligence, speaking as a reason through the mind of reason. His instruction is institution. He is actually instructing you. Doing. His instruction is itself is an institution, which the true teaching from within. Where that Krishna is speaking from within. He is already talking to you. Not that the teaching should come from externally. All the teaching, Parsival, all these teachings came within. That's how later, because why all this teaching is coming, later he went and read all the books and then wrote. But all the teaching came within him only. So within us, everything is coming up. Okay, that is what we have to understood. That's all. Okay. Not Kurukshetra. Yeah, that's what he is saying. That is the Kurukshetra. How he has mentioned here, right? So these are the things. So usually we say, okay, Kurukshetra, whether it happened or not, whether it is right or not, Krishna taught the Bhagavad Gita or not. Now forget about all these things. Forget whether Krishna taught, it is not the epic. Kurukshetra is not an epic. Bhagavad Gita is not an epic. What he is saying is, it is there in your body. Your body is Hastinapura. Your heart is the king. And where you are ruling, your heart is ruling with the lower desires. Your heart is not ruling with the higher desires. You have both Kuru and you have both with the Pandavas. Kuru is your sexual desires are your normal, the pleasures of like having a big home, having a big car and all these things, right? Whatever the worldly things, these are all the things. Because if you are going with that, you are going with the Kurus or with the lower desires. The higher desire is having the self Arjuna. The Pandavas are also there within you. That means sometimes you wanted to know this, what is the self-knowledge? What is this Brahma, Parabrahma? How come I am Brahma? Everybody is saying I am Brahma. How can be I am Brahma? What is this? That thing is there, right? That is the Pandavas. So you have all these, both Kurus and both Pandavas is there. And your Krishna is also within you. The thinker portion, he is there within you and he is instructing like an institution. That means that is what he's saying. When you sit and meditate, whatever your heart says, follow that. Not that what I say, not that what others say. These are all the people, or Parsival or everybody, we are actually doing some Sajjan Sangatya. In this way, at least we understand that knowledge is not there outside. Everything is there within your side. If you can just to go inside of you, you can get that. You have that, the Krishna is there within you. That institution, he is giving you all the commands. He is giving you the tuition. In our language, he is giving you the tuition. Why we have to go to somebody else? To understand that you have the Krishna inside, we need to come for all this Sajjan Sangatya. When we come, you know that power. You have that power. That power is of mind that within you is there. So when you go back to there, right? So then you can understand. This is all there in the Eastern philosophy. That's what he says. This was all mentioned in the Eastern philosophy. But the thing is, it was not became so famous. If you say that self is there within you and you are the Atma, you are the Brahma, why the people have not able to spread this thing or not able to understand these things is, what he is saying is, this is very accurate information obtained from the East. Okay. But this became suppressed, ignored. Why? Why? Because an average person, he goes to the Bhagavad. Okay, I have this problem that has to be solved. Does this knower, thinker, knowledge will give you anything? Is that the worldly problem will get solved? No, right? This will not get solved. When there is a problem in your worldly, then if you think that, oh, you are the knower, you go under that, then all the problem will solve. He is not in that mindset to go to the knower. He is not in that case, right? That is why all these things were suppressed from the East. So these Western people went. And so they wanted to sort of this knowledge and they wanted to learn this yoga and all these things. But they stopped at Yama Niyamas itself. Yama's Niyamas itself, oh my God, all these Yama Niyama, if you can start those, so they stopped it. But what is that they got attracted? So Raja Yoga, it is not affected because Raja Yoga is starting with Yama Niyama. Yama Niyama, all the Chittavritti Nirodha, or Yama Niyama, asana, pranayama, dhyana, all the things, right? All the 8 Ashtanga Yoga, they started it. So all the 8 Ashtanga Yoga, they stopped at Yama Niyama itself. So the Raja Yoga is not sufficient, is not. So then what is getting attracted for the Western people is the pranayama part. Because when you do that pranayama, you are getting some psychic powers. When you are regulating your breath is such a powerful. When you are regulating your breath, you are getting that powerful. You are getting that power of that power of psychic powers you are getting. You are able to understand. You are able to intuitive mind is getting developed. You are able to see some of the unseen things. You are able to expect the things that is coming, all these things. So they feel, the Western people feel there is a beauty or there is some power within it. And also they went for yoga, because yoga is making you look beautiful. They make you look very cool, mentally peaceful. And they are making you coming out of your anxiety, coming out of your depression, because it is showing some results. It is showing some results. Because of that, this yoga and pranayama, the asana and pranayama, in between that Ashtanga Yoga, in between those two things became so popular. The later yoga, that particular asana itself, the complete Hatha Yoga came into the picture. So many asanas came into the picture. They became so popular. But that is not the one who came first. Who came first is the Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga, whatever all these things Patanjali Maharshi told to reach the Samadhi, to reach the Dhyana Dharana Samadhi. So Dhyana Dharana Samadhi, for that only all these things he has given. But the thing is, West forget about Yama Niyama, they forget about this Dharana, Dhyana, Pranayama. In between that, Pranayama and Asana, they took it because they can attract the disciples, they can cure the diseases, they can give some solution to the normal people. Because of that, this became so popular, and the Western teachers have started teaching it, and they forget, they can share some kind of the results in that practice of pranayama, right? With that, they started. That's how the West, it came, the Brahma, they instead of coming that you are the Brahman, it came to the only these Yama and pranayama and asanas only came into the picture. So I'll just, the two takeaway points here, right? Very, very much, I am Brahma, or I am Om. So whenever you are talking and wherever you are sounding, I, Om. So you have to remember, you are the creator, you are the maintenance, you are the Vishnu, you are the destroyer, you are the Shiva. Destroyer in the sense you are going to that light world. You are the life. You have that all the things in your form world, life world, and light world is there in that Shabda, the Om. So when you say that I am Om, I am Brahman, so you are the creator. So we have taken some examples of how you are the creator, how you are the destroyer, how you are you are maintaining the thing, right? So whenever you are next time saying that Aham Brahmasmi or I am Brahman, remember all these things. So you have to feel that. You have to feel that whenever you have to feel it. I'll give you an example. Recently, because I'm teaching for the kids, right? So the kids are even adults, I could see. There's so much problem is like, okay, because social media became so popular, right? I don't think it is not the subject. I'm just connecting the dots. Okay, when the social media became so much, so they keep one post, something, and they count on how many people liked, how many people give the heart symbols, all the things. So when other people were not given, these people will get, because that's how the kids are thinking. That's how even some of the adults are also thinking. Remember, even to like or to give a heart in the social media also, one should have that love. If I have $10, then only I can give you the $10. If I don't have any money, I cannot give you anything. Even to give that love, one click or one heart symbol in the social media also, always remember, you should have that love. Without having that love, if you have some kind of prejudice or some kind of low vibration, if you are vibrating at the low vibration level, how can you say a heart symbol or a like for somebody else picture or somebody else post or somebody else writing? You cannot. When you don't have it, you cannot give. They will not give, but they will expect. People will talk. Yes, they will expect because they are lack of it. They are lack of love. That is why they are expecting it. Do you really having the love? Don't look, because they are looking for that love with the likes and heart symbols in the social media. Do not look for, you have that all love within you. You have the entire love within you. Give it. Whenever you are giving it, so if they are expecting, give, liberally give, one click, one like, one heart. What is that? Give it. So at least when they are expecting it, you give the love, because their hearts are empty. They want it more and more and more. That is why they want it. It's not that they are great or anything. They want their lack of it. That is why they are expecting it. If you understand that, right, you will not feel anything. And some people are expecting. Even I used to feel, oh, that girl, I mean, not in the social media, but she will not do anything for me, but she expects from me. Whenever I think of that, right, so you feel that, yeah, because she's expecting, because she is a lack of love. So give it to her, give it to him. Whoever is expecting, our kids will expect love from her, the love from us, right? When they are grow up, because they want it. But later we expect the same thing from them because we want it that time, isn't it? So instead of depending that love from the external, what he's saying is that love, entire love is there within you. You are that creator. You are that Brahma. When you are feeling that Brahma, when you are saying that Brahma, feel that Brahma, you feel it, you sense it. When you feel that you are the creator, you can do anything, you can give, because you are the creator, you can give, you can be the more giver. The other day I saw the quote, when the God blesses you financially well, don't increase the standard of living, but increase the standard of giving. It could be the finance matters, or it could be anything, right? Anything for that matter, just start giving it, because you are the creator, you have that capacity to give. That's a one takeaway I could say. And the second takeaway, the Percival explained how our body is Kurukshetra. The entire thing is Kurukshetra. The body is Kurukshetra. Your wishes. So whether your Pandavas are sitting in your heart and ruling your heart, or Kauravas are sitting in your heart or ruling. So which one you are allowing them to sit and rule the government? So your heart government, right? So your heart government, which one is ruling? So is your higher desires are ruling? Is your lower desires are ruling? Do you want that self-knowledge, or do you want the physical positions? What is that you want it? You decide, and you accordingly react it. So unlike these Western people, do not stop at the pranayama, or do not stop at the asanas. Pranayamas and asanas should be helpful to you in order to go to the dharana, samadhi kind of thing. So dharana and samadhi is the ultimate one. Dharana is the one, that means dharana, dhyana, samadhi, right? So dharana, dhyana, when you are doing that dhyana, that meditation, that is the time where you can understand your purpose of life, where you can understand where you can feel it, what you are, why you came to this world, what you are supposed to do it. When you, because how because I used to have this question, but later, because that aha moment, right? Whenever you are doing something, you feel so good. You don't want to eat anything or any other thing. You feel so good by doing that. That is what it is actually, your purpose of life. When you understand that, you will happily have your life. Because if I say, from Monday to Thursday, I schedule my classes. Monday for a kids online class, Tuesday for understanding mind, Wednesday for offline class for the kids, and Thursday for the thinking and listening. Likewise, I schedule the classes, right? So my mind will not allow me to think anything, because I'm always doing. I'm in the process of serving my purpose. So when I know that, why I'm able to do all these classes, am I getting anything? I'm not getting anything. Why I'm able to do that one? It means anything in the sense physically. Am I getting anything? No. Am I getting anything other than that? Yes, I'm getting so much of self-awareness, so much of knowledge. You may think that I'm teaching in this one and you are getting something, but what I'm thinking is I'm getting one. By teaching you, I'm the one who is learning. So when I am getting something, when I'm feeling that, oh, I'm learning, this is so good. So Padri sir gave me a great task. I have to continue. So when that motivation is coming, that is a aha moment I'm having it. So when I have that, I don't think about others. What should I do? What other people are talking about? All these things doesn't matter to me. So you are on your path, or you are in your object of the things, right? You are doing your purpose of life. When you are doing that, then you don't care. So go there. So understand your body as a Kurukshetra and go and meditate and go and learn the purpose of your life. With this, I'll stop, because with this 28th section of mental destiny, I'm able to complete. So I think this chapter is the one which I took long classes, but because each and every sentence I feel so important, I cannot miss anything. That's the reason I have to take this. Now I'm open for questions. Anybody?